As far as the fans are concerned, the motel doors should never have closed, and some of them held a special silver anniversary celebration on Saturday at the Roses Theatre in Tewkesbury. Actors, a director of the show, and an author who wrote a thesis on Crossroads, elevating it to the heights of literary criticism, mingled with invited fans. The afternoon consisted of clips of old episodes, assorted speeches, and a kind of group therapy to help deal with their overwhelming sense of loss since the show finished. But there is a glimmer of hope for the enthusiasts. The show goes on off-screen. The Appreciation Society continue to write their own Crossroads scripts. So, what is the latest at the motel?
There's been an auction, and at the last minute, Rosemary Hunter came rushing in, quite madly, to outbid them. But Jill's friend, Lloyd Munro, outbid Rosemary, so the motel is back in Jill and Adam's hands again. Along with the Hunters, we brought them back, David and Barbara.
There's no question that the linchpin of the whole drama was the original motel proprietor, Meg Richardson, played by the late Noel Gordon. At the height of its popularity, the programme went out 5 nights a week. The pressure of such a schedule often making it the butt of many a joke. But was the acting really that bad?
I don't think that it necessarily has always been bad. I mean, it was very fast. They didn't have a lot of the things that other programmes have in terms of more time, more production. Crossroads never had that. If you got it wrong, that was hard luck. You might be able to do it once again, but it was so fast it had to go on.
In the eyes of many, Noel Gordon's departure set the soap on the slippery downward slope. The last few years saw many more old favourites disappear and the ratings drop. The last episode was filmed behind closed doors and went out on the 4th of April 1988, leaving millions of fans heartbroken. But what was it they'd loved so much for so many years?
It was popular because it was like every day. Nothing really happened. I played darts and I had an argument with my wife and I was late coming home for tea. But people could see themselves in this situation. They could identify with it, you know.
It was a good family show. And, you liked the characters. They became part of your family, really, when you watched it constantly.
It seems unlikely that even with the current public appetite for soaps, the Crossroads will return to our screens. But these loyal fans live in hope.
Lots of faces that we recognise way back in the